fuel prices have been hiked for a 17th straight day.
ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಡೀಸೆಲ್ ದರ ಏರಿಕೆಯಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
What if you have a car that doesn't need either petrol or diesel every day, but has a battery that can power your car for 1,000 kilometers on a single charge? This startup in Bengaluru is building exactly that using a wonder material. Log9 Materials is probably the only startup in India which is taking the wonder material graphene out of the labs to create real-world applications. One Friday in 2004, Andre Gain and Konstantin Novoselov were playing around with scotch tape and graphite when they accidentally discovered that sheets of carbon, which are just one atom thick, could be made. They went on to win a Nobel Prize in 2010 for that accidental discovery. Graphene is a versatile material with immense strength, flexibility, and a highly conducive nature. The wonder material holds promise for next generation electronics and makes lithium-ion batteries look like ancient tech.
So I started my, I would say, work in nanotechnology per se in second year of my college. One of my grandfather was a scientist at National Physical Laboratory in New Delhi. Then it turned out that he started coming from Delhi every weekend to Roorkee in the campus, and we set up a lab there in the campus and started working on nanotechnology. I went to Canada for my internship. That was in University of Alberta. That internship period was the genesis of Log9. I didn't want to do some academic kind of research which is only limited to publications. I wanted to do something which leads to products. So forming a company and forming a venture around that was the only good option.
The electric vehicles in the market today are powered by lithium-ion batteries and need to be replaced once every 3 years. A typical electric car in the Indian market has a range of only 120 kilometers on a single charge. The startup claims that cars powered by their aluminium fuel cell batteries can last 1,000 kilometers on a single charge.
In our aluminium fuel cell, we have aluminium cassette in the middle and 2 graphene membranes on both sides. The graphene membrane keeps carbon dioxide out while letting oxygen in. When you want to generate energy, water flows in and it mixes with oxygen. The chemical reaction converts aluminium into aluminum hydroxide, generating energy which can power up a vehicle or a home.
We are already in touch with 2 or 3 of the leading OEMs in the country, and the pilots were expected to start with them. So the first, I think on the automotive side, speaking on that particularly, so the first use cases for us would be on long haul light commercial vehicles, because that is a segment which, if electrified, can save a lot of cost and can be very beneficial for the environment and everything. But at the same time, doing it with lithium ion is not possible.
Beyond advanced batteries with graphene, the cleantech startup focuses on oil spills at sea. These oil-absorbent pads are meshed with graphene and are said to be far more efficient than similar oil-absorbent pads offered by bigger companies.
We have been exporting this product to the shipping lines in Hong Kong and Singapore. We are supplying it to refineries or storage plants in India. Then we also have interest coming in from various paint manufacturing companies. But all these oil spills which you see in the oceans and all, they are only the tip of the iceberg. There are a lot of other spills which happen on the land, in the refineries, on the ship itself, in the dockyards and stuff like that. So these kind of absorbent materials are required in a daily use case.
The company was part of Surge, the Sequoia Capital's accelerator program. Until the end of last year, Log9 had raised $4.79 million in total funding from a clutch of investors, including Sequoia Capital, Xfinity Venture Partners, Metaform Ventures and more.
Now we are in the process of raising, I would say, a small round which would involve some strategic partners, which with like OEMs and aluminium partners and stuff like that. And then once the pilots are completed, then we'll be raising a Series B, which will be primarily targeted towards setting up large-scale manufacturing for aluminium fuel cell. So there is a big knowledge gap in the investor community as well as in the startup ecosystem itself for supporting such kind of ventures.
Bengaluru's startup space is dotted with fintech and e-commerce companies. Only a handful of startups in Bengaluru turn scientific breakthroughs in labs into consumer-ready products.
The challenge really is that in India we have not seen journeys of core technical innovations happening in the country. And hence what happens is that people lose patience very quickly. Bangalore has that kind of ecosystem, that startup ecosystem, so to speak, Also, there is a sense of, I would say, professionalism in the way research happens. Right, so if you look at various multinationals or even various government organizations, most of them have their R&D centers in Bangalore. So that not only provides the right kind of vendors that are required for support in your research, also it provides you the right talent pool.
Looks like Log9 has found its natural home among Bengaluru's science research institutions. What are your views on startups in the pure science space? What can Bengaluru do to combine research with viable startup ideas? Let us know in the comments below.